Thank you guys for getting on tonight. We're super excited to have Rachel on to speak tonight. I'm sure you guys hear enough from myself and Noelle. Um, so it's nice to have a fresh perspective in here. For those of you that don't know, Rachel Kalil, did I say it right? She'll probably correct me. Okay. Is my coach's upline, so Sam's coach. So she's been in the business for over 2 years now and has definitely prioritized income over rank. And I give her a lot of credit for that because I think all of us kind of chase rank and, it can get sometimes hard when you're not hitting those goals. So I'm hoping that Rachel can kind of give you insight into her journey and how she's made that a priority for herself and how she's seen a lot of success doing so. So I'm going to stop jabbing and can't find my words tonight. Stop talking and let Rachel take the stage.
Hey guys, thank you so much. That was so kind of you, Danielle. And I'm so excited to be here for you guys. You guys might not know this, that you are still part of my downline. So this is just the extended version of my team. So to be able to see the faces and put your names to faces is really exciting for me, and I'm super excited to share with you what I have for you tonight. I wrote a ton of notes, and I don't typically do this. I kind of just wing it, but I wanted to come to you guys super prepared because I tend to go like all over the place with calls. So I'm very focused tonight, and if I get distracted, just don't mind me. And I was just adding up my income, and at the end of the call, I will show you my income progressiveness so you can kind of see the potential of what this business has, because I think that's really important. And that was something that really motivated me in the beginning, and I'll get into that. But that's what I was just doing a second ago. I was adding up my income. I haven't done it yet. So before I get into all the fun stuff, I kind of just want to introduce myself a little bit more and share with you guys a little bit more of my story. If you see me, just because I literally have everything written right here. But first, how I got into Beachbody, I think that's always important because we all are kind of brought into this opportunity in very unique ways. So a little bit history of myself. One of four siblings, and I'm the youngest too. So I've always been the one to kind of go off grid from the typical my family would do. So I was the first one to go to college, to go to a four-year college. I was the first one to move away from home. I'm originally from New Hampshire. For those of you that don't know, I moved to Maryland. Claire's on here. She's in my old stomping grounds. Is Claire on here? Or I see her. She's in my old stomping grounds, so I secretly live vicariously through her. And I was the first one in my family to actually, go after something that I was really passionate about and kind of take on this whole, network marketing career by storm. It's completely out of the norm for my family. My family's very old school. My dad and my two brothers are both, pipe fitters up in New England. And it's just my mom didn't go to college. My sister's waitress. So it's for me to go out and do this. That was kind of the biggest thing. I don't have any I didn't have anything that crazy happen to my life. I'm a very next door girl, neighbor girl. I like to have a lot of fun. I'm very, very sweet if you get to know me. Hey, Noelle. So I got married really young for the typical person. I got married at age 23 to my high school sweetheart. We've been dating for now 9 years. So, it was kind of shocking all at once. He's in the military. I know there's a couple of military fiancés, girlfriends, spouses on this call. So I know you guys can relate when I say that when you join the military, you don't actually know what you're signing up. When you become a part of that too, you basically say goodbye to any future career that you could possibly have, because now your job is to just be there for your husband and support them, whatever they're going through. And with all the military moves that we, experience, some more than others, you basically say goodbye to that. You never have that solid career that a typical person would have. So when I was going through that was a really hard time for me to kind of experience, because I was someone that always, was very independent for myself. I moved away by myself. I supported myself through college. I supported my husband and all of his friends through college with my apartment. So it was just typical for me to, you know, be the kind of breadwinner out of this situation. And when, you know, I joined the whole military side, that kind of got taken away from me. The careers were crazy. I waitressed for 10 years previous, and I knew I did not want to go back to waitressing because the schedule, and if you're any waitresses in here, you know that the schedules are terrible. You literally give up your entire weekends, and that's in the entire world. And when you're growing up a little bit more and you're, you know, 25, 26, and all of your friends have like corporate jobs and you're still waitressing, it's terrible. You're on complete opposite schedules, and I did not want that lifestyle. And then when we moved, I was a substitute teacher at the age of 23. Talk about the best birth control that you will ever possibly need. That was like, no, like, this is not happening. Any teachers on this team call, like, my heart goes to, because that is not easy. It's so underpaid for what you have to go through. So here I was, new state, barely knew anybody. I was not doing anything. I didn't have a job. You know, in the military towns, they're so oversaturated with other military spouses all trying to, you know, compete for the same career, trying to compete for the same job. So it makes it extremely hard for us to, you know, find something that we want to do. I was definitely applying for jobs that were, to me, I felt way beneath my need, or, you know, require whatever means or whatever. So I wasn't happy. I was going to the gyms on base literally just to waste time because I had nothing else to do. It was so bad. I wasn't seeing any results or anything like that. I was literally just going to get out of the house so I would keep my sanity still. And that's when I was scrolling through Facebook, like we all typically probably were. And back then I actually hated Facebook so much. I wanted to delete it so many times, but I don't know why, I just never did it. And I saw my upline, Liz Harkey, you guys know her, she's the founder of Drop the Cookie. And I just reached out to her, and it's totally like my personality to kind of just say like, hey, I need help. What are you doing? And it wasn't even business. It wasn't even the coaching opportunity. It was just strictly health and nutrition, because I was at such a low point with myself. I grew up extremely active. I played soccer for about 20 years of my entire life. So when I stopped all that and, you know, wasn't doing anything, it all just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, you're not as active as you once were. You know that saying that your parents always say, it's going to catch up to you when you're older? Yeah, I felt that. I still feel it. So that's actually how I got started. So I reached out to her, and I had one phone call. If you guys have heard her webinar call, that is the same exact story that got me into this business opportunity. I was like, why the hell would I not at least try? If I could, I will always say this, and I said this to my husband, Woody, and I said, if I can do this, and if I can get myself happier and healthier, and then turn that and help other people, and then make a paycheck along the way, like, why the hell would anybody say no to that opportunity? Like, what? So that was my thought process. And so I kind of just went to it. So going into the juicy, fun stuff, that's basically how I started in my little spiel. I want you guys to take out a piece of paper and pen or pencil, or something to write on. I know not everyone does stuff with pen and paper. And I want you to write down one word. And there's no wrong answer to this question that I'm going to ask you, but what you write down, that is what you're going to tape onto your computer, onto your desk, whatever you do for work, and that is what you're going to look at every single day. So take a quick second, literally it's not going to take more than 5 seconds, and either write down rank or income. What are you building your business for? And be honest, there's literally no wrong answer to this question. You have to write it down, what you want, rank or income. And why I tell you to do this is because as we get into this business, you're gonna, we always say push for diamond, right? Push for diamond. And that is the very first thing that I did in my business is I pushed myself to diamond. I hit it, I think, in 4 months. Guys, if you think diamond's hard to achieve, get that out of your head. It's not that hard. If you're hitting Success Club consistently every single month, it's gonna happen in 3 to 4 months. All you have to do is help 2 of your people get started and get them to Emerald 2. So it's not that hard. I've seen coaches hit it in literally 2 weeks. I've seen one coach go from an Emerald coach to, I think, a 2-star in a month. Like that just shows you how it can be attainable, but it's all in your thought process, what you think. So the very first thing I want you to do in your business, if you're not at diamond, is get yourself to diamond before we focus on the next thing, rank or income, because diamond is non-negotiable. If you want to go anywhere in this business, you yourself have to be a diamond. It's so important. And why I stress that so much is because when we get to diamond, this is kind of getting a little off topic, but I think this is really important to say too. When we get to diamond, a lot of us think that it's just going to rain success. We're going to have so much money in our pockets. We're going to just throw everything done, don't have to do anything. And that is the absolute wrong thing that you could ever think of. It's the complete opposite. That is when your business starts. That's when your business gets going, because in order for you to have any other success in this business, you have to teach your team how to be leaders. And that's important. So after I got to diamond, I was asked that same exact question because I was kind of all over the place. I was saying, well, I want to be, 2-star, but then I want to make this amount of money. And it was too all over the place. So my upline said, what do you want to do, rank or income? And it's like, okay, well, to me, income is what's going to change my life. And if any of you wrote rank down on that piece of paper, that is awesome. And go for it. If that is something that gets you out of bed every single day, and that's something that you're like, yes, I'm going to 15-star, nothing's stopping me, get there. I'm not going to get there. You'll probably get there faster than me, and that's okay. I want you to get there. That's what motivates you. For me, it's income. So I'm going to speak a lot more to income. So if it is rank, stay focused on rank. So if you're going for income, I want you guys to think of this. And this might help if you're kind of like, well, I don't really know. I call it the parent test, and I literally use my parents as the test. I go to my parents and I say, if you went to your parents and you say, hey, mom, dad, or whoever, grandma, grandpa, I'm a 10-star diamond in my business. Are they going to know what that means, or are you going to have to explain to them your entire downline? Or if you go to your parents or siblings or whoever and say, hey, I just paid off my credit card. I'm making this much a week. I just became a 6-figure earner. I'm paying off my student loans. Are they going to understand that better? Is that going to make them know that you're building a successful business? And that's what it was for me. I only do this from experience because I tried explaining to my parents that when I was a 3-star diamond, and it was terrible. I was like, well, I have 3 coaches beneath me, but one on one leg and one on the other leg, and blah, blah, blah. They were just like, what in the world? Like, what? So then I started to say, okay, well, I'm a 6-figure earner in the business, or I just paid off my entire credit card bill, or I just made my first payment to my student loan. So that was something that really helps me too, is because at the end of the day, a lot of people outside of our Beachbody community they're not going to know what rank is, nor are they going to care what rank you are. And to me, that was really important. But if you can create $1 million business in 4 years or less, I think that speaks a lot more volume versus rank. That's my opinion on rank. Everyone has different opinions. Again, if you wrote rank down on there, and that is that one thing, that driving factor that is going to get you moving and going forward, stick to that one. But for me, it's income, which is why I was able to do what I did. So with building the income, there's a lot of struggles, right? So while your focus is mainly on how can I grow a bigger income like that, and then every Thursday comes or Wednesday night and you're like, oh, mother F, I know what tomorrow is, like this is going to be insane. It's hard, guys. It's really hard, especially when your own personally sponsored coaches are hitting Success Club more or higher Success Club points than you, or they're rank advancing faster than you. If you have coaches that hit elite and premier, guys, this is all that has happened to me. Two of my rock star coaches that I love so much are both, one's about to be a 6-star diamond, the other one's a 4-star diamond. They both are higher ranks than me. They both hit Success Club 10 or 20, and I hit like Success Club 5. But it's really hard, and it's really hard to see this people that started this business the same time you have, and that are, or maybe even less or shorter amount of time than you started, and they're a 10-star diamond. Like, that's really hard to see and not get distracted. But for me, what kept me grounded was I knew that I was building for something different. I was doing this for my own reasons, and you have to stick to your gut and you have to stick to your guns. A really good example that I love and that I often will kind of keep myself on. So on Thursdays, yes, I put my blinders on. I do my recognitions. I do my power hour as fast as I possibly can. And then I turn down the computer, because in the beginning, it was something that it would really pull me away from what I was pushing for. So a really great example, Chelsea Pearson, I look up to her so much in this business, and she gave this analogy a while ago. So think of it like you're driving down on the highway, you know, you're on your lane, and then on Thursdays, you glance, right? You glance over to see the person next to you. That second that you glance over and you stare at that person that's coming by you and that's now passing you, you drift off your course. So you have to make sure that you stay to your course and that you stay grounded to what you just wrote down on that piece of paper, because all the distractions, all they are is distractions, and it's just going to pull you away from what, you know, why you joined this, why you started this business in the first place. So how do you create a bigger income? It's not that complicated. I feel like a lot of people think that there's some secret sauce, but I really think that people just can't stay focused onto what they want. And on Thursdays, they see rank advancements and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go for that now that that person did it. Instead of just saying, okay, no, I need to focus on my business and do what I need to do. So the power of duplication, that is probably the main thing that you need to know, is the power of duplication. So if you want to build something, if you want to build a strong income with this business, I don't care. I'll straight up say this. I don't care if you hit Success Club 30. If you're not bringing in any one single coach out of those 15 people, you're not going to go very far in this business. And I've seen this firsthand, that coaches, they think that, you know, and if you can bring in that many people, like, go for it. That's all the power to you. But you have to be recruiting out of those people that you're bringing in. So constantly looking for coaches that want to work the business. Sharing more about the coaching opportunity. It's not, guys, we should be sharing this opportunity at least once a day. And it doesn't just have to be like full blown, like, I love Beachbody so much, join my team. Like, don't do that. Incorporate how this opportunity has changed your life. Even if you just started, like today you signed up your first day, share what this business has already done for you. Share about this team call, share about this community. You guys have such an incredible support system behind you that you need to just share that from your rooftops. Share success. So I did a Darren Hardy training. I love Darren Hardy. He's one of, like, I'm trying to get to one of his, like, mentored things. It's so expensive though. But I did one of his trainings, and something he said that stuck out to me so much, and I tried to incorporate this into a lot of my Facebook posts. So let me go back a little bit. So going back about sharing the opportunity, making sure that you're publicly sharing what this business has done for you. So it's not just about workouts. It's not just about drinking your Shakeology. people over time are going to catch on that you're probably working out and you're probably drinking your Shakeology. It's more of being able to turn this into what this business has done for you, what this business has done for your family, what this business has done for your team. And so the 5 things that Darren Hardy says is, these are the things that people want to work for. So I always try to incorporate one of these into my posts every single day, is they want to know the people that they're going to be working with. So Beachbody literally falls perfectly into all of these categories. Look at the support that we have. Shout that from the rooftops. Where are you going to go and find a 9-to-5 job and have this kind of support and community? Probably nowhere. If you find it, let me know, and then you can rebuttal me. They want to know that a challenge. So people want to know that they're going to make a difference in the world. Well, cool. We have challenge packs. We change people's lives constantly every single day through health and fitness. They want to know more about the opportunity. They want to know growth. So personal development. And it's that basically these are our 3 vital behaviors. 4 vital behaviors. They just added recognition. They want to know growth. So personal growth. Guys, I promise you, I was not the same person I am today that I was 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, I had no girlfriends. And look at this now. I was the girl that always hung out with guys and always hung out with her boyfriend's friends. Literally never had a group of girlfriends. So like, I shared that with this, going to the leadership conference in LA a couple weeks ago. We were surrounded by so many girls. I was like, I feel like I'm in a sorority. I've never been in one, but I feel like that's what I felt like it would be. And then the last thing that people want to know is money. So here's my thing. A lot of people don't like talking about money or income. I personally don't mind talking about money. If people come to me and ask me, what I make, I'll happily share what I make. It doesn't bother me. But I get a lot of people, because the way, we're all brought up, people have different morals, whatever. So money can kind of be weird to some people. But for me, I knew that a lot of people don't know the bigger picture with this business. So a lot of people don't actually understand that you can create a 6-figure income in less than 2 years with this business. I haven't actually publicly shared that yet, because I'm trying to come up with like the perfect post, which I'm just hurting myself. But people don't understand. And it's not even, just making a 6-figure income. People don't even understand that you can make an extra $100 a week. Guys, that's a lot of money to some people. $25 is a lot. I remember my first check with Beachbody, $40. I sold 1 challenge pack and I was ecstatic. That's $40 extra I had in my pocket that was probably going to something I didn't need. But it's important to share with people that there is a bigger picture, and when I first started, I wasn't making great money. I was literally, my first month, I would make I think I made $300 my first couple months, so 150 each month. Let's give it that. But I didn't have that, grand goal. I was making 6 figures or whatever. I wasn't a millionaire. I wasn't even making $500 a month. But I knew people in this business that did. Keith Callahan, he is Liz Harkey's upline. I've met him several times. He's absolutely incredible. I shared the absolute crap out of his story because I looked up to him as a mentor. I shared literally every single time. If you guys don't know, he became a millionaire in 4 years. He's like a 7-star diamond, and he's just a animal at this business. And so I look up to that. That was something that I, was attracted to. So sharing the money, yes, obviously go by your beliefs. Every single time I do share an income post, I make sure my husband's completely okay with it because it's our income now. And I will say I've been more scared of my family seeing it because, like I said, I'm the only successful one out of my siblings. So I've been more kind of are they going to start asking me for money, blah, 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 weird stuff like that. And it hasn't happened. So I've had a couple people reach out to me and say, do you seriously make that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, I wasn't lying when I asked you to join me a couple years ago. Like, that's your own fault. That's my little spice to that. So a couple of things I want to leave you guys with, and then I'm going to share you my income growth with you is to grow a successful business, learn to help people more than just with their jobs. Learn to help them with their life. If you can change someone's life, your life will forever be changed. People will stay on your team, not because of the paycheck, because of the culture and because of the personal growth. If you can create that in your team, guys, that's gold mines. It doesn't matter about, if you're hitting Success Club 50. I mean, I want everyone to hit Success Club 50 this month because it's Team Cup, and it'd be really cool to see a team in our downline go to that. But one diamond in your business, in your downline, so if you can help one of your coaches get to diamond, guys, that will be the game changer. And not just like diamond just to help you get to rank advancement, like diamond to like build a strong diamond, meaning as soon as they hit diamond, they never fall out of diamond. Every single diamond that I've created has never fallen out because I've taken the time, I've had personal conversations with them, I helped them achieve their goals, I put everything I wanted aside, and I just helped them create something so much bigger. And this team has completely blown up. I never, ever, ever imagined that 2 years have gone by and this is what would be created, this culture, this downline. I don't know if you guys know this, but our Strive Forward Nation, it's my team name if you guys don't know, but we have a total downline of over almost 2,500 people. That's 2,500 people's lives that we have changed. That, my friends, is the power of duplication. I didn't bring on 20 different coaches that, wanted to just run with the business. I have probably 6 solid coaches that I call them lifers. They're never going to leave me. They're never going to go anywhere because of what this opportunity has done for them. It's not going to happen in 6 months. It's not going to happen in a year. It's going to happen over time, but you have to stay true to what you wrote on that piece of paper tonight. Don't get distracted. Oh, I'm running out of time. Don't get distracted by what everyone else is doing. Remember the sole reason why you're doing this business. And dun, 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 here comes the income growth. I'm going to share my screen. Can you guys see that? Someone say something or thumbs up or something. Okay. I'll cover my dog so you don't have to see that. Okay, so the first month of coaching, January 2014, I made a total of $140. I think I literally sold 3 challenge packs within 1 year of coaching. And guys, this is because I stayed true to myself and I always built for income. For the entire month of January in 2015, I made $3,500. And this is also with my husband's account. So if you're iffy about signing up a spouse's account, yes, sign up your spouse. He's still at Emerald. Actually, he just fell out of Emerald last week. I say I push him for Diamond, but it's taking me forever. But I am making money out of his account because of how I've strategically placed people. If you need help with that, definitely reach out to me to help you. And then December of 2015, I made 95. I'll round that up. And guys, that was actually a really slow month for me. That wasn't my highest break-in month. And right before the call, I was actually adding up my income for January of this year, so 2016. And it came to a total of $10,500. So that is the potential that this business has, guys. Don't think that you're never gonna get there, because I promise you will get there. You just have to stay true to who you are, and never forget why you're working the business. I don't know how to stop this. Oh, there we go. 7 minutes. I'll take questions if anybody has any. I don't know. Exactly. Anybody can do this.
Rachel, can you speak to kind of finding those two or three people that wanted this as bad, or if not more than you, and why that transformed your income?
Yeah. So I'll try to do this as fast as I can. My first coach was Natalie Bailey. A lot of you probably know her. Guys, I didn't know Natalie before. I knew her through our husbands because our husbands went to school together, but we never talked. It's actually funny. She thought I was mean to her. I wasn't. But she signed up 3 weeks after I signed up as a coach. I didn't even have my challenge pack like in my hands, and I had no idea what I was doing on social media. Like I had no idea. I literally was just like, I'm so excited, I'm doing something new, like blah 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 blah. And she ended up reaching out to me, was like, wait, are you a Beachbody coach? She already had done Insanity in the past too. She already had Shakeology. She hated Shakeology. She lets me say that now. She gave me a run for my money. But I utilized the 3-way call. So I got my upline because I didn't have anything. I had no idea what I was doing. I got my upline on a call with her. My upline, Liz, shared her story, the same story that sold me. And Natalie, after a couple more consideration with her husband was not on board at first. Now he is, thank God. And she just committed, and she was, rank advancing faster than me. She was keeping me on my toes. And the same thing with Sam. Yeah, he does. The same thing with Sam, guys. Sam and I were neighbors. We didn't know each other at all. We literally lived across the hall or apartments from each other for like 6 months. She didn't have a Facebook. I tried stalking her. I told her that too. She had an Instagram and I had an Instagram, and we were just Instagram friends. And she had reached out to me because she kept seeing me share about Shakeology and share about what I was doing, sharing about the opportunity. I completely brought her on as I thought she was going to be a discount coach or another challenger. And then she kept seeing more and more of me sharing about the opportunity. And that kind of has helped it. So I stress, share the opportunity, because people don't understand. People are going to see, how happy you are and this life that you're living, this fulfilling life that you're creating for yourself. But if you're not sharing more about the opportunity, they're not going to know that they can be a part of this. So it's almost like you're constantly openly inviting people to just be a part of what you're doing. Did that answer the questions? Hopefully. Any more questions?
Someone go for it. You get Rachel when you can.
I'm an open book. And guys, don't feel like you can't reach out to me. I'm here for you just as much as you're here tonight on this call. Like literally, I'm not like scary. I'm not busy. I do this full time. So I'm home a lot. I'm always on my phone. It's terrible. So if you ever have questions, feel free to just reach out to me. If you just want to say hi, like introduce yourself, please do. Danielle, I actually have to apologize because Danielle and I first kind of met. We first met at Summit, but I hope everyone's going to Summit because you'll understand. It was just chaos, and we were like in Paston, and she's like, "Hey, Rachel," and I was just like, "Holy crap, hi!" But like I was literally running to the next place, so it was kind of stinky. But we'll meet each other in a couple months.
I have a question. Can you talk just for a second on so since you are building your income, how many of the people that you sign up are actually discount coaches, and how many are customers?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't bring on I don't hit Success Club 10. So I focus mainly on, I'm not a strong recruiter. I'm a strong, I get my coaches and I build them really fast. So I don't have an insane downline of 50 person sponsored coaches. I don't even have 20, which I'm actually working towards because my goal is currently I have to push for 5-star. So I would probably say I have a total of 18 personally sponsored coaches in my current downline. Out of all of those, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably have 7 or 8 active coaches.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them are diamond. I have 2 of them three of them that are pushing for diamond. So the coaches that I bring on are like straight up, they're going for this business. Yeah, that was
so.
Month.
No, I'm getting distracted too by that. So my question is, like, when you sign up people to get to Success Club, are they all discount coaches up front, or do you do customers and then after talking to them about the opportunity, do you transfer them?
I base that off of them. If I have someone that isn't sure about Shakeology, or it doesn't seem like they want to have the coaching opportunity, I'm signing them strictly up as customers. And that's a really good point, Noel, because when I first started, I was taught to only sign up discount coaches, not to sign up customers. So I've made that transition because at the end of the day, the last thing I want is 17 inactive coaches in my downline. I'm like an OCD and I hate that. I literally will make people cancel their accounts just so they'll like be I like it like nice and neat. So I give them both the options. Yes, and this was actually exactly right after I hit diamond. I started doing this year actually, or last year, after I got myself to diamond, because you need those fillers. I gave more people the option. I still give people the option, you can do coach or discount coach. I let them know that there's no difference except that they're going to save themselves if they do discount coach. So I do have people lead more towards discount coach. But I definitely have customers sign up every now and again if they're just not into it. There's no wrong. Don't think that, get yourself to diamond for sure. Get those fillers in there and then, be more lenient about that.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. I don't want to get cut off.
Cool.
But,
all right. We got to go because we got a minute.
I really appreciate your time, and thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.